Welcome to another health-conscious and informative episode on Health-Dorado. In this video, which is part 1, we shall be looking at 5 deadly and unhealthy habits we need to stop in order to maintain a healthier lifestyle. Please do like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and share all of our content with friends and family. 5 deadly and unhealthy habits to avoid in order to maintain a healthier lifestyle, part 1. 1. Smoking. Smoking is one of the most well-known detrimental habits to health. According to the World Health Organization, tobacco use kills more than 8 million people annually worldwide. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that smoking is associated with a 2 to 3-fold increase in the risk of heart disease, stroke, and lung cancer. Cigarettes contain thousands of chemicals, including at least 70 known to cause cancer. Some of the most harmful chemicals in cigarettes include tar. This is the residue that is left behind after a cigarette is burned. Tar contains many harmful chemicals, including carcinogens that can cause cancer. B. Nicotine. This is the addictive substance in cigarettes that keeps people coming back for more. Nicotine also raises blood pressure and increases the risk of heart disease. C. Carbon monoxide. This is a poisonous gas that is produced when tobacco is burned. Carbon monoxide reduces the amount of oxygen that can be carried by the blood, which can cause damage to organs and tissues. 9. Formaldehyde. This is a chemical that is commonly used in embalming fluid. Formaldehyde is a known carcinogen and can cause cancer. D. Benzene. This is a chemical that is used in the production of many industrial products, including gasoline. Benzene is a known carcinogen and can cause cancer. These chemicals can have a wide range of negative health effects on the body, including an increased risk of cancer, heart disease, stroke, respiratory diseases, and other health problems. It is important to note that smoking is the leading cause of preventable death worldwide. 2. Drinking excessive alcohol. Drinking excessive alcohol can cause liver disease, high blood pressure, heart disease, and cancer. According to a study published in The Lancet, alcohol use accounted for 5.1% of the global burden of disease in 2016. The study found that alcohol consumption was a leading risk factor for death and disability worldwide, accounting for nearly 3 million deaths annually. Excess alcohol consumption can harm health in a number of ways, including liver damage. The liver is responsible for metabolizing alcohol, but excess alcohol consumption can cause inflammation and scarring of the liver, leading to conditions such as fatty liver disease, hepatitis, and cirrhosis. B. Increased risk of cancer. Excess alcohol consumption is linked to an increased risk of several types of cancer, including breast, liver, and colon cancer. C. Cardiovascular disease. Excess alcohol consumption can increase blood pressure and triglyceride levels, which can increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular conditions. D. Mental health problems. Excess alcohol consumption can lead to depression, anxiety, and other mental health problems, especially when consumed in large amounts or over a long period of time. E. Impaired immune function. Excess alcohol consumption can weaken the immune system, making it more difficult for the body to fight off infections and other health issues. F. Accidents and injuries. Excess alcohol consumption can impair judgment, coordination, and balance, increasing the risk of accidents, injuries, and even death. It is important to note that the negative health effects of alcohol consumption can vary depending on a variety of factors, including age, sex, weight, and overall health status. It is generally recommended that adults consume alcohol in moderation, which is defined as up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. 3. Lack of physical activity. A sedentary lifestyle is associated with an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and some cancers. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, only 23% of American adults meet the recommended guidelines for physical activity. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that lack of physical activity was associated with an increased risk of all-cause mortality. Lack of physical activity can have a negative impact on overall health in several ways, including increased risk of chronic diseases. Lack of physical activity is associated with an increased risk of several chronic diseases, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and certain types of cancer. B. Decreased bone density. Physical activity is important for maintaining bone density and strength. Lack of physical activity can lead to decreased bone density and an increased risk of osteoporosis. Poor cardiovascular health. Physical activity helps improve cardiovascular health by reducing blood pressure, lowering cholesterol levels, and improving circulation. Lack of physical activity can lead to poor cardiovascular health and increased heart disease and stroke risk. C. Mental health problems. Regular physical activity has been shown to improve mood and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Lack of physical activity can lead to poor mental health and an increased risk of developing mental health issues. D. Decreased muscle strength and flexibility. Lack of physical activity can lead to decreased muscle strength and flexibility, which can increase the risk of falls and injuries. It is recommended that adults engage in at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic physical activity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic physical activity per week, in addition to muscle-strengthening activities at least 2 days per week. 4. Poor diet. Eating a poor diet, high in saturated fats, trans fats, and processed foods, is associated with an increased risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers. According to a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, poor diet accounted for 10.9% of the global burden of disease in 2017. Poor diet refers to a diet that is lacking in essential nutrients and is often high in unhealthy foods such as processed foods, refined sugars, and saturated fats. Poor diet can have a negative impact on health in several ways, including a. Increased risk of chronic diseases. Poor diet is a major risk factor for chronic diseases such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and certain types of cancer. B. Nutrient deficiencies. Poor diet can lead to nutrient deficiencies, which can cause a range of health problems such as anemia, weakened immune system, and poor bone health. C. Poor mental health. Poor diet has been linked to an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. D. Poor digestion. Poor diet can lead to digestive issues such as constipation, diarrhea, and bloating. E. Poor energy levels. Poor diet can lead to low energy levels, fatigue, and decreased ability to concentrate. Poor diet has been linked to poor sleep quality and an increased risk of sleep disorders. It is important to maintain a balanced and nutritious diet that includes a variety of foods from all the food groups, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Eating a healthy diet can help improve overall health and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. 5. Lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is associated with an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. According to the National Sleep Foundation, adults should aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that short sleep duration was associated with an increased risk of all-cause mortality. Lack of sleep can have a significant impact on the quality of life in several ways, including impaired cognitive function. Lack of sleep can impair cognitive function, including memory, attention, and decision-making abilities. This can affect performance at work or school and increase the risk of accidents. B. Mood changes. Lack of sleep can lead to irritability, mood swings, and increased stress levels, which can affect relationships and overall well-being. C. Poor physical health. Lack of sleep is associated with an increased risk of several health problems, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. D. Weakened immune system. Lack of sleep can weaken the immune system, making it more difficult for the body to fight off infections and illnesses. E. Increased risk of accidents. Lack of sleep can impair coordination, reaction time, and judgment, increasing the risk of accidents, especially when driving or operating heavy machinery. F. Reduced quality of life. Lack of sleep can lead to reduced quality of life and lower overall satisfaction with life. It is recommended that adults get 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to maintain optimal health and well-being. Improving sleep hygiene habits, such as sticking to a regular sleep schedule, avoiding caffeine and alcohol before bedtime, and creating a relaxing sleep environment, can also help improve the quality of sleep and overall quality of life. Thanks for watching.